So I call the customer and let them cancel it on their end. It happens instantly. Hey guys, I'm Mike and I'm back with another video for you guys today. I hope you guys are having a blessed day and staying safe out there. Today I'm going to give you guys another 5 tips and tricks if you are a new dasher in 2020. This is actually the second time I'm doing this. The first video I posted was about a month ago, and if you haven't watched that video yet, it's in the description below. The 5 tips and tricks I'm going to give you today are kind of going to piggyback on the first 5 tips and tricks I gave you guys from the video before. So if you haven't watched that video yet, go ahead and pause this video, go watch that video, and then come back to get these new 5 tips and tricks. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, for tip number 1, I want to talk about peak pay and how to work those peak pay hours. So similar to the last tip I gave you, never take an order below $6 to $7. So you want to stick in that range, but when it's peak pay, for example, the peak pay is $1.50. That's $6 to $7, you're going to add $1.50 to that. So when you are dashing during peak pay hours, you want to not take an order below $7.50 to $8.50. So you're just adding that peak pay to that general range I gave you guys from the last video. Doing this is going to make you more money during the peak pay hours, because if you stick to that $6 to $7 rule during peak pay, you would be basically making the same as you were before without the peak pay. So it defeats the purpose. Keep in mind again, it depends on the area you are working in. Right now, I currently dash in the East Bay Area, California, which is really busy. I got a lot of comments on that last video asking me like, well, Mike, I'm not getting the $6 to $7 all the time, so that tip really doesn't work for me. And my response would be, hey, it depends on the area you dash in. Once again, I'm making this video to help dashers to relate what I'm experiencing when I'm out there dashing. If you're in a busy area, I'm just saying that these tips will help you. Moving on to tip number 2, I want to talk about taking batch orders. We all love batch orders because it's generally going in the same direction. So personally, I like to follow within, it has to be within 1 to 2 miles, and it still has to be paying within that $6 to $7 range. So if I already have a $6 to $7 order and then I get another batch order and it comes in, I see $2, $3, I'll decline that all day, because I'll get another batch order that is saying, hey, drive another mile, we'll pay you another $6 to $7, and I'll take that real quick and I make an easy $12 to $14 with one trip, driving a total of like 6 or less miles. So the tip I want to give you while taking a batch order is, this happened to me multiple times while taking a batch order. Let's say the 2 restaurants are right next to each other. For example, I got Wingstop and then I got Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Dickey's Barbecue Pit comes in first at $7, and then Wingstop comes in second at $7 as well. So that's a $14 payout. I know Wingstop is going to be pretty slow, and Dickey's is normally, they're on their stuff, but I go to Dickey's and they're being really slow. I'm waiting about 5 to 7 minutes, and it's kind of slower than usual at Dickey's. So I walk over to Wingstop and my food is already ready. So I get the Wingstop, I go to Dickey's. I can tell the food at Dickey's is not almost ready yet. So I make the executive decision to go ahead and call the customer and I say, hey, it's going to be about an hour for your food. It's really busy right now. I have another order to deliver right now, and I don't want their food to get cold, and your food is not going to be ready for another hour. So I suggest you cancel it on your end, and DoorDash will issue you a refund, because that's the truth. And DoorDash is not really going to look into this issue because they have so many orders coming in. DoorDash really just cares about the customer first. I mean, they care about drivers too, but in this case, it's normally a win-win. So they end up canceling that order on their end. Technically, you can cancel it and report it to DoorDash in your app, but it's going to take forever. I don't even bother with that because of the horror stories I hear. So I call the customer and let them cancel it on their end. It happens instantly. DoorDash cancels that order. DoorDash actually pays you partially for that order because you had to wait that long, because it was the restaurant's fault. Technically, it is the restaurant's fault. You are paying a premier service. These restaurants are paying a subscription to DoorDash because they are advertising their restaurant more. So if you cannot keep up, if the workers cannot keep up, hey, that is their fault on their end, and it's not your fault. So you should be getting paid. That's how DoorDash looks at it. So it's a win-win in that situation. Now, a lot of people might not agree with this. Again, it's to each its own. This is how I work, and this works for me. And it's a tips and tricks video. That's what I'm doing right now. Take it as it is. Take it with a grain of salt. Okay, so tip number 3 is how to finesse the camera on your phone when you are taking a picture or a video you handing off the food to your customer, because sometimes it says leave it at the door, but you got the customer waiting at the door waiting to get their food from you. So what's a handoff? Even though it's a no contact delivery right now because of COVID-19, hey, you gotta just deal with it. So what I do is I like to just take my phone, put it on silent so they don't hear the click, no beeping or anything, and I put the dimness on low ahead of time, right? So I actually record on 4K video. I have an iPhone Pro Max. For me, I have a wide angle camera on this phone, so I put it on the wide angle setting just so I could get their face and everything in it. You just gotta finesse it in a way to where it looks like you're just holding your phone when you're handing them the food, but you're actually recording them. So if they try to pull off anything sketchy, you have proof on video that you delivered that food. The reason why I like to do video instead of photo is because you could take screen grabs of that video. Hey, a video is just, hey, that's more proof for you. You could take multiple frames and send it if they try to dispute that with Doordash. But yeah, that's my tip on how to finesse the camera. It's not that much, but it helps a lot, believe it or not. All right, so tip number 4 I have for you guys is stay calm and just relax. This job is for people who don't want to sit in a cubicle all day and, just want to do their own thing and have their own side hustles. As myself, I have another job. I do videography and photography. That is my hustle. And this Doordash thing is my other hustle. So it's different, multiple sources of income. That's what I'm about. And Doordash is perfect for that. So I like working Doordash because it's chill, but it can be stressful at times. But just remember to stay calm. The more calm you stay, the more chill the job will be. You don't want to be stressful, driving super fast on the road and end up getting a ticket and, God forbid you get in an accident. Yeah, you don't want any of that headache. So just stay calm, stay chill. If you're like me, you're on the road for about 8 hours a day when you're dashing, just stay calm and stay chill. Sometimes I get stressed out about a customer, but you got to just remember that you're just a driver. I got a lot of comments on that last video. What if the customer ends up complaining about you or they text you that you didn't deliver their food or anything? What I say to the customer exactly when the customer says I'm missing something from my order, I say, I'm sorry about that. Whatever you ordered is what I picked up. If they forgot anything in your order, I would address that issue with Doordash on the app. Whatever they were missing, they could address that issue with Doordash within the Doordash app. And I also tell them that Doordash will issue them a refund. When they hear that, it's good to go. They say, no, it's fine and everything. In the end, you're just a driver. Don't try to do any more. Don't try to go above and beyond. They got the top dasher thing. I don't even suggest trying to go for that. I mean, it's to each its own. Again, these are just my suggestions. You could take it or leave it. Again, take it with a grain of salt, but I don't even care about that top dasher stuff. I just do what I'm supposed to do. Nothing less, nothing more. Just do your job. And that's picking up the food, delivering the food. It's not your job to look in the bag or anything like that, especially if the bag is sealed. Tip number 5 I have for you while you're dashing during these times, stay safe out there. Remember to sanitize, wear your gloves, change your gloves, wear your mask as well. You hear all these stories that wearing a mask didn't help. Wearing a mask does help. I got a lot of comments on my last videos how I was talking with a mask. I just deleted those comments because I didn't want to deal with that. But yes, I agree. I was completely wrong about talking while I'm wearing a mask because those germs are just constantly being in my face with that mask. Try not to talk too much when you have your mask on. And if you are by yourself, you don't have to have that mask on at all. Only when you are near people, and try to keep a social distance as well. There's more COVID cases going around and it's spiking up. So just got to be careful out there. Okay, guys. So that was my 5 tips and tricks I had for you. This is the part 2. If you guys like this video, please be sure to hit a like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And also hit that post notification as well to get notified when I upload a new video. And if you're thinking about doing Doordash yourself, feel free to use my referral link down below. You'll earn an extra $50 after a certain amount of deliveries. So hit that link below if you are thinking about dashing yourself. Once again, my name is Mike. Thanks for checking out my video. Until next time, peace.